Shalom, shalom, it's the brother Kadash. I'm going to start off by giving out praises to Yahweh, Bahashemi, Yahweh Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Peace, blessings, honors to all the brothers in the truth. You know what I mean? The title of this is going to be called We Want That Power. You know, we want that power. You know, you got to want this power. You know, a lot of different things inspire me to come up with that title, you know. Looking at a lot of different camps and stuff like that. You know, I follow GMS. You know, GMS has the 100% truth. That's already been proven. Everybody already knows that if they playing around or not, or if they faking it, or if they want to admit it or not. Romans 3, chapter 3. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's a lot of different camps out there. And I be seeing some of their doctrines. It's almost like, you know, everybody could be saved. You know, the Gentiles or the actual Gentiles aren't going to be, the other nations aren't going to be slaves in the kingdom, even though you have Israelites that became Gentiles, you know, and they have a chance of being saved because they could come up out of that and become Israel again, you know, which in the kingdom, all Israel is going to be Israel in the kingdom, you know, ain't going to be no such thing as a Gentile Israelite anymore. But not to go off into that subject, you know, they kind of reject the power that the Lord's going to give us, you know, for you to say there's not going to be slaves in the kingdom of the heaven, you're rejecting the power that the Lord is going to give us, you know. So I wanted to make a title to say, look, we want that power. We accept that power. We accept the Lord laws, statutes, and commandments in the Lord's ways, even if it's against, you know, the ways that America teaches or the ways, you know, a lot of us was raised on, you know. Fuck that shit. We accept the Lord, you know. A lot of the other nations look at the Lord as being an evil power, right? Because the Lord doesn't go along with they man-made systems and laws and shit like that, you know. But we, on the other hand, we accept that power. We invite that power. We invite that structure. Why? Because we are the true Hebrew Israelites. We are the Lord's people. You know, everybody on earth is not the Lord's people. You know what I mean? Like, you got the sons of the wicked. You got the sons of God. You got the sons of man, you know. But we are, you know, the sons of God, you know. So we invite that power. We want that power. I'm going to start off right here with Revelations 2, verse 25. You are not a man of the Lord if you don't accept this. If you don't want this, if you're not praying for this, then you don't fit the bill. You know, you're not a man of the Lord. It says, verse 25, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. So when I meet a man, whether he be a pastor, a preacher, if he been doing it for 20, 30 years, if we have a conversation and his heart isn't towards this, what I'm about to read, then I already know right off the bat, no matter how long, no matter how old he is, no matter how long he been doing what he's doing, no matter what his position in the church is, if his heart doesn't go along with this, then he's not a man of the Lord. He may be well, you know, doctorate. He might be well studied. He might be well respected. He might have some type of fancy degree. He might be well, you know, respected amongst his peers in the public. But if his heart not towards this, then he's not a man of the Lord, because none of that makes you a man of the Lord. Verse 25 again. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. So we holding on to this faith that we got, man. It says, he that overcometh, right, and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So if I ask you, I say, do you want power over the nations? And you say, no, I don't want power over nations. You know, all people is one people. I love all people. You are not a man of the Lord, because the true Lord's people, guess what? We want that power over the nations. It says, and he shall rule them, right, with a rod of iron. It's like it says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessel of a powder shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So the Lord received this power to rule over nations and break them into pieces, you know, and rule them with a rod of iron and break them into shivers. So the Lord said he gonna give the same power to us. He says he shall rule them. Who? Him that overcometh, him that endureth to the end, him that keeps this faith and hold fast until the Lord come. We're gonna rule over these nations. You know, I've been pulling this precept a lot. You know, it started becoming one of my top favorite precepts. You know, the book of Revelation is my favorite book. you know. But I've been using this precept a lot, man. This is a very powerful couple precepts right here. So if you don't want to rule over the nations with a rod of iron, you are not a man of the Lord. If you do not want power over the nations, you are not a man of the Lord. If you do not believe that we're going to have power and put the other nations in slavery for what they did to us because they put us in slavery, you are not a man of the Lord. If you believe that all nations could be saved and inherit the kingdom of heaven, you are not a man of the Lord, man. You a man of a false god that you made up. But you're not the man of the Lord or the Lord of the Bible, because this is red letter that I'm reading right out of Revelations. So there's no explanation to this. There's nothing you can say against this. This is right here. It's up and down. I mean, it's simple. It's ABC. The Lord's going to give a certain people power over nations to rule them with a rod of iron and break them, break the vessel of powder should they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say into the churches. There's no way around that. There's no way around it. You want to know what else there's no way around? This one, because this been getting used a lot by me lately. The Spirit been having me use this precept a lot too. This is Revelation 13, verse 9. Very famous precept. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity should go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So if you don't want to lead them into captivity, that led us into captivity when the Lord gives us that power, you are not a saint, because it said this is the patience and the faith of the saint. And those that killeth us with the sword, guess what? They're going to be killed with the sword. If you don't agree with that, then you are not a saint. You could call yourself a pastor. You could call yourself a preacher. You could call yourself a gospel rapper. You could call yourself whatever the fuck you want to call, but you can't call yourself a saint and it be true. You can't call yourself a man of the Lord. You can't call yourself a prophet. These dudes, all they talk about is good shit. The Lord's going to heal America. That's false. But they don't prophesy. You want to be preachers and shit? What happened to wanting to be a prophet of the Lord? Y'all not prophesying, man. The One West camps are the ones that's prophesying. You know, y'all not prophesying what's about to happen. Because in order for you to prophesy what's about to happen, you have to know who the Edomites are, and you have to know who the Israelites are. The Edomites are the so-called Caucasian white man. If you don't agree with that, then you're not prophesying correctly. In order to prophesy, you have to know what the MOTB is, you know, which I can't even say anymore. You have to know what these things are in order to prophesy. You have to know what the second death is. You have to know what the fire and brimstone is going to come by the way of, which is nuclear missiles. If you don't know that, then you're not prophesying. If you don't accept that, then you can't be prophesying. If you don't accept that the other nations are going to go into slavery for what they did to us, then guess what? You are not a prophet and you can't prophesy. So if you can't prophesy, that makes you not a prophet, then what are you? You, like I said, you could be respected by man all you want, but we would rather be respected by the Lord, you know, and that's the difference. You could be loved by man all you want, but we would rather be loved by the Lord. You could be chose by man all you want, but we would rather be chose by the Lord. You could try to be saved by man. That's the reason why they be doing and saying the false doctrines they be saying, because they afraid, right? And they scared to be hated for the Lord's name's sake, like it says in Matthew 24. Right? And they're reframing their lips, just like in Psalms chapter 40, for telling the whole truth, because they're scared, because they want some mercy from Esau. They want mercy from men, but our salvation don't come from men. Our salvation don't even come from ourselves. Our salvation comes from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord, man. And that's it. You know what I mean? All that extra shit, man, we ain't afraid of it, you know? Only thing that we fear is the Lord, you know? So it says, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. You are not a saint if that's not your patience if that's not your faith. Let me jump back to, let me just get one more precept. John 14. This is John 14, starting at verse 12. It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me. How do you believe in the Lord? You have to believe the prophecies that the Lord said about the other nations going into slavery, about Israel only inheriting the kingdom, about the Lord coming back and destroying Mystery Babylon America. You have to believe in that. If you don't believe in those things, then you don't believe in the Lord. It says, the works that I do shall he do also. That's that power. We want that power. So the power that the Lord got, just like going back to Revelations 2, 27, 25, 26, right? We want that power. We want to be able to do those works too. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go into my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. Right? And anything we ask, the Lord's going to give us. And what did Revelation 13, starting at verse 9, say we was asking for? The patience and the faith of the saints. Those that led us in captivity to be led in captivity. That's what we want the power to do, man. It says, if he shall ask anything of my name, I will do it. If he love me, keep my commandments. How do you love the Lord? By keeping his commandments, man. You have to keep his commandments. It says, if I would pray the Father, and he should give you another comforter, that he may be abide with you forever, the Spirit, even the Spirit of truth, who the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and it shall be in you. And what's the truth? The truth is that the Israelites are going to inherit the earth, and the saints of the Most High should take the kingdom of heaven. And that we're going to put the other nations in captivity for what they did to us and for their wickedness. That America's going to be destroyed. Mystery Babylon. That's the truth. So how can you even have the spirit of truth if you ain't teaching the truth? You ain't got it, man. You ain't got it. I got to highlight those precepts. That was very great. It says, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. And these are the things that comfort us, knowing that we have the promise of the kingdom, knowing that we're going to rule in the kingdom. You know, this is what help us endure until the end. I want to jump down to verse 21. He that has my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me, and he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him and will manifest myself to him. And then the Lord's going to get us praise and fame in all lands, because he's going to manifest us to the world. Read 2 Ezra chapter 2. With that, I'm going to say salvation to the elect. Shalom.